Hey everybody, I'm Abi Jacks, Director of Marketing and Growth at Love Admin, and you're listening to the Mini Marketing Podcast, where I'll be taking you through the world of marketing for your children's activity organisation, with no buzzword bingo as a promise. Welcome back to Mini Marketing. After a small hiatus into the COVID realm, I'm back to talk about the power of partnerships. Running a children's activity business can feel like a solo mission, but it really doesn't have to be. The right partnership can help you reach more families, enhance your services, and create a strong community presence. So in this episode of the podcast, we're going to explore why partnerships matter and how they can help grow your business, how to approach potential partners and form successful collaborations, pitfalls to avoid when teaming up with other businesses, and real-life examples of partnerships that work in the children's activity space. So if you've ever wondered how to take your business to the next level with the right partnerships, stay tuned. So let's start with why partnerships matter. The right collaboration can transform your business by, number one, increasing visibility. When you partner with another business that shares your target audience, you immediately expand your reach. Their customers get to know you and vice versa. Secondly, you're strengthening your brand. Aligning with businesses that share your mission and values makes you look more credible and trustworthy in your community. And thirdly, you're unlocking resources because you don't have to do everything alone. Co-marketing, cross-promotions and resource sharing can help save money and open new doors for your business. Think about it. A well-matched partner can introduce you to potential customers you may never have reached otherwise. It's a win-win for both businesses. So now we know why partnerships are valuable, let's talk about how to approach potential partners the right way. So firstly, start with a clear value proposition. Before reaching out, it's important that you think about what you bring to the table. How can your business add value to theirs, and what's in it for them? This is super important for you to get right up at the beginning. And then secondly, you want to set clear goals and expectations, whether it's a joint event, cross-promotion, or a long-term collaboration. Outline any expectations and agree them early on. Discuss responsibilities, goals, and if there are any financial aspects up front. And thirdly, think about the long term, because a great partnership isn't just a one-off event. It's about building a lasting relationship that can benefit both businesses over time. A strong partnership needs to be built on trust, mutual benefit, and shared goals, so take the time to find the right fit. When I'm talking about the clear value proposition, even coming to the table with some ideas that you've already thought about and brainstorm with them so that they can see that you've actually put the effort in and can show them why you think that this partnership is a really good idea will definitely help pave the way to making that work. So while partnerships can be game-changing, they can also go wrong if they're not handled correctly. So I wanted to cover off some common pitfalls that you need to watch out for. The big one, always, poor communication. So misaligned expectations can lead to frustration. You need to keep communication open and you need to check in regularly. And again, it takes you back to those first things I talked about. Have a clear value proposition and set really clear goals and expectations and make sure both people are agreeing to that upfront. The second pitfall is misaligned values. So if your partner's business doesn't align with your mission or your audience, then the collaboration may not resonate with your customers. So this is, again, often solved early by a lot of that planning phase and looking at what are the right partners for you? Do they talk to the right people for you? Are they doing the right kind of marketing? Are they aligned with what you're thinking about? And how can you blend your companies together so you both get really good value out of the partnership? And then thirdly, it should be an obvious one, but often it's overlooked, lack of clear agreements. Always outline roles, responsibilities and expectations in writing to avoid confusion later on. I'm not saying you have to go war and peace on T's and C's and ironclad contracts, but it is really good to have things written down. And then if you do want to kind of agree on some T&Cs beforehand, then it will help if there are any question marks that come up later on. It gives you something that you can go back to versus, oh, but you said on this call and then I said on this call. So avoiding these mistakes will help you create partnerships that are productive and really mutually beneficial. So let's look at some successful partnerships that are already going on in the children's activity spaces. Sports clubs and local schools. Anyone who knows Keris Keneally, and we know her very well because we've got a fantastic partnership that we've just started building up together. Schools need after-school programs, and sports clubs can provide them. It's a perfect match that benefits the students, the parents, and the businesses alike. So it's a really nice way to, if you've got a local school, a local primary school, and a local sports club coming together, that they come up with a partnership that's long-term that really benefits everybody. Another one is dance academies and children's clothing brands. So exclusive discounts or branded merchandise can bring in extra revenue while supporting a partner's business. And another idea are things like art classes in cafes. We've got one down the road from me that works really well. You can host creative play sessions in a cafe that can attract families, and it provides both of the businesses with the extra exposure. And that's a really nice one in general for anything that can be done within like that cafe or a venue environment where you've got a children's activity business that has that ability to be flexible as to where it's being held. Probably not something like gymnastics, but things like art classes or other classes are a really nice way of doing that. These kinds of partnerships allow businesses to tap into new audience, and they offer great value to their customers. So I've whipped through partnerships very quickly. So to wrap up, we've explored why partnerships are a powerful tool for growing your children's activity business. And by teaming up with the right partners, you can expand your audience, enhance your services, and build a much stronger community presence. And speaking of communities, you will often find great partnerships coming from community places like What's On for Kids or Club Hub with activity providers themselves, because on the one hand, you've got the people providing a service like the activity themselves, and on the other hand, you've got these fantastic marketplaces and community places where parents are actively looking for somewhere to put their children. And so the more you can collaborate, not just on saying, I'm going to list my business, but what about giving some advice or putting together some school holiday activities, working on things like that can really help bring those businesses together. And remember, choose partners who align with your values and your audience, especially if you're going into a long-term collaboration. You really want to find people who are saying exactly the same sorts of things as you and who think and run their business in the same way that you do. Secondly, set those clear expectations and make sure you keep communications open. You guys should be speaking as partners at least once a month, even if it's just a check-in, so that you can be like, oh, what's going on in your world at the moment? Oh, this is something that could really benefit you. Would you like to be involved in that? So not just sticking to these are the things we listed out on paper, but really being open to opportunities as they arise. Avoid common pitfalls like having unclear agreements and misaligned goals. Get those set up from the beginning and check back in on them regularly to make sure that nothing's changed. Or once you've started the partnership, you're like, actually, this bit didn't work so well, but maybe we could do some more of this instead. And learn from successful collaborations in your industry. We are surrounded by them. If there is one thing that the children's activity provider space does well, it's collaborating and partnerships. So have a look out there at the existing collaborations that are there, and it might give you some inspiration as to who you might want to approach yourself. If you found today's episode helpful, please be sure to subscribe and share it with fellow business owners. If you've had a great partnership experience, we'd love to hear about it. Share your story with us on social media through the Love Admin accounts or in the comments from this podcast itself. If you're enjoying my practical pods, you can subscribe to the Step to Success channel, and next month I'll be talking to you about building out your database. Doesn't sound sexy, but trust me, it's a really important one. I'm just one of the experts dedicated to helping Love Admin customers achieve success. We've created a school of marketing where you can learn things like this and more. If you want to visit loveadmin.com/school-of-marketing, you can register a free place. And if you are looking for a software provider that gives you more for your admin and will help you grow, visit loveadmin.com to see what working with us looks like. Thanks for tuning in to Step to Success this week's episode. And until next time, keep growing and keep collaborating.